I am recording on my end. Let's see how this goes.
Just lean back and don't chop your head off.
Fine, I'll get comfy just for you.
And welcome back, everybody, to another episode of V-Time, episode 142. Oh boy, do we have a doozy for you this week. Your boy got leaked. Your other boy blew up about it already.
Your boy.
We got a lot of lyrical stuff, 2 new ride lines to cover. We got some new interesting Brandt Gate ride lines to look at. And a lot of stuff to talk about, so strap yourself in. It's going to be a doozy. Oof. Mm-hmm. But before that, if you're interested in buying any cars from TCG Player, please use the affiliate link down below.
Your purchases through this link help support the channel so you can bring more great videos like this straight to you guys.
And with that scripted part out of the way, let's go straight into the leaks. Starting us with some lyrical. Last week we saw the support for the interesting bunny deck that attacks and runs away and draws. And the Thursday, they kind of showed 2 more cards to kind of help that deck move along. We got Cat's Cardinal Form Sylphia. Cradle form. Don't tell Gravidia. Not Gravidia.
Don't tell Leon.
Jesus. Almost had that.
Don't tell the cat girl deck. More cat girls.
True. Auto Rearguard. Once per turn, when your auto Rearguard is put on the bottom of your deck, during your battle phase, Soul Blast 1, and this unit gets power 10k until the end of the turn, making it a 18k attacker. Yes, she's an 8k base grade 2. Auto Rearguard, at the end of battle, that this unit attack hit a Vanguard, put this unit on the bottom of your deck, draw a card, and countercharge 1. I need to look at the old card and the main grade 3. Because I am very curious, does it stack?
End the battle that this unit attack hit a Vanguard cost. Put this card at the bottom of your deck, draw a card, and countercharge 1.
You know, you see what I'm trying to figure out?
Yeah, you're trying to see if you can get the whole TikTok worker loop kind of combo thing working with this.
Exactly. Basically, she gives the effect at the end of battle that this unit attack the Vanguard, draw a card, and put this unit on the bottom of your deck. So I think it works because both of the abilities at the end of battle will trigger and go to standby, so you can activate either one you want. So you activate this one.
Is the Vanguard skill a cost to put it to the bottom, or just put it to the bottom?
It's literally just auto Rearguard at the end of battle that this unit attacked a Vanguard, draw a card, and put this unit on the bottom of your deck. So you do as much of the skill as possible, you still get the draw.
If it was a cost, I would say no, but since it's not a cost, technically this one, it would work because this one's a cost.
Both of them trigger at the same time. So what you need to do is activate this grade 2's ability first, put it on the bottom through the cost to draw a card countercharge, and then the Vanguard's ability will still activate because at the end of battle they trigger, you will still draw a card, but you won't be able to put anything on the bottom because the unit's gone, so you do as much as possible. So honestly, not bad. Not bad at all.
All the value.
On top of that, she's an 8k base, so that grade 2 triple rare can search it.
Yeah, and it becomes 10k because of the Vanguard. Or 20k on its own.
Yeah,
not bad. Pretty
overall,
good.
not bad. Anyway, moving on. The other one, soft and fluffy lunch, Kalina. Oof.
Kalina.
Just had to put the word cow in it, didn't I? Anyway, auto Rearguard. When your Rearguard is put on the bottom of your deck, during your battle phase, you have Vanguard with a Hesserit in its card name. This unit gets power 5k until the end of turn. So basically, this card can get very beefy on its own. It can see how many? 1, 2, 3. But you won't be able to attack with the third. So at most, it'll gain 10k in the perfect world.
I mean, if anything, it becomes a really good booster too.
True. So it's either a 16k attacker or a 16k booster.
Or a 23 booster.
Why? How?
No, it's 21. does the Vanguard give it to the front row or all your units? The
Vanguard gives it the 2k and the effect to go to bottom to all your units. The only problem is one front row attacks, the other front row attacks. There's 2 of them going to the bottom. If you have the specific card to move something to the front row, that's your last attack regardless. Nothing else is going to go to the bottom, and she can't boost after the fact.
But she can gain the power of the thing she's boosting, so you technically get the +5 on the boost.
No, because when your other rigger is put on the bottom, if it's something's put on the bottom.
Oh, put on the bottom. You're right. Yeah.
Hashtag reading is hard.
That reading is hard.
Yeah.
But
16k booster or 16k attacker if you need it.
Yeah.
Or 18 technically, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Anyway, Alex, we got some Booster Set 7 leaks as well, mixed in with Lyrical, and, they decided to give Overlord some love.
I don't know if it's love, but it's something. Galleon Flare Dragon. Grade 2 auto or act rear guard cost. Counterblast 1, put this unit to your soul. Choose one of your Vanguards until the end of turn. It gets auto when this unit attack hits a Vanguard. Draw a card and countercharge 1.
Excuse me.
It has to hit a Vanguard. But you do get the draw card and countercharge, so technically it pays for the costs of the end if it ever hits twice.
I mean, it pays its own costs as well.
True.
And if you get the hit again, hey, you can do it again.
Exactly.
I don't know
like I said,
what world you're going to hit twice with the X or the N, but sure.
Please don't use this on the regular Overlord. Please don't.
Yeah, I know, right? It's like,
because it only works when you hit a Vanguard. So if you swing at the rear guard, you're wasting.
No. You know when this would work on the regular Overlord? If your opponent doesn't have a front row.
Yeah.
There have been situations where I don't have a front row and Overlord swings, and I'm looking and it's like, man, I gotta let him hit. Anyway, with that whatever comment out of the way, let's actually move on to some spice. Combining the episode with the stream. And we see, of course, in the episode, our boy Youth fight a CEO. And what other CEO than a whole new rideline for Brandt Gate that looks very interesting, but does not introduce Mecha again. I am so sorry, people.
It's Mecha, but not the Mecha you wanted.
Pretty much. Anyway, we got Blitz CEO Velstra. This is going to be the new boy. We already covered his ride line. You guys can watch the other V-Time. But basically, you're putting product cards or product orders into the order zone and operating on them. We're going to get that to those specific cards here in a bit. But his ability is auto when this unit attacks a Vanguard. Choose one of your products in your order zone and operate it. Activates operate ability. And then auto Vanguard, when one of your products is operated, this unit gets power 5k until the end of turn. At this current point, he is at max at 18 until we see other support. They'll help make products and give him more power.
I think in the episode we did see one that does it.
I'm hoping we do see it. I will point out
because he did drop down to 3k in the episode. So
true. One thing I do want to point out is, and this is a little bit of thanks to Drajul that my mindset is in this space. If we ever get a way to, operate during your opponent's turn, he can gain 5k.
You're not wrong. Then again, I'm kind of scared because a lot of the cards we're going to talk about here in a little bit do some really dumb stuff when they're operated, so please no.
Here we go, just another one of
here we go again.
another Dark States now Griffin combo. Anyway, operate cards. They're a new type of set order, and we're gonna start with the grade 1 because this works very similar to Laura Nero, but unlike her, you kind of don't get to keep them. I'll show you what you mean. So we're first going to start with Incandescent Flame Cannon Upheaval. Of course, all of these are set orders. You can play this set order, just put it in the order zone for your 1 order per turn, and then it has an operate. So basically, whenever you operate, you do this ability. Auto order zone. When this card is operated, choose one of your opponent's front row rear guards and retire it. If you did not retire, draw a card, choose a card from your hand, and discard it. So it's a filter or a popper. Which is not bad.
That's why I was like, please no, prefer doing it on your opponent's turn.
It's just like, let me operate this order by guarding with this card. I'm going to pop your rear guard, and my Vanguard's going to get 5k. Cool. But it's a really good starting order. Filter, popping if your opponent tries to rush you. Overall, just a good card.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're going to move on.
Speaking to overall good cards.
I know, right? To the Grade 2. Palace, Mechanism, Cannon, whatever you want to call it. Heavy Strike Cannon, Fortress, Freischütz.
I also have a fun thing about this artwork-wise. This one and the last one, you can say it's inside one of the domes inside of Brandt Gate's like nation art. And then what we're going to get to later, he's saying like, it busts out of the dome.
Nice. Anyway, same set order. Put in the set order zone, yada, yada, yada. But this one has the operate cost. Operate, order zone. When this card is operated, choose one of your opponent's front row rear guards and retire it. If you did not retire, choose one of your opponent's vanguards and it gets -5 until the end of turn. And it has a very interesting secondary ability. Auto order zone when your grade 3 or greater vanguard is placed by riding from a grade 3. Put this card into your drop. Search your deck for or hand for up to one mobile fortress obliteration Freischütz maximum. Put it into your order zone, and if you search your deck, shuffle your deck. If you put it from your hand, draw a card. So this order on its own is already good. Another retire engine, as well as a -5 potentially. But as you can see from the second ability, this order basically kills itself to make the big boss order.
Yes.
Mobile Fortress of Obliteration, Freischütz Maximum. Very first interesting ability that this thing has, continuous, you cannot play this card. So this card can only be put into your order zone through the grade 2 set order we just read. And for good reason. Operate, order zone. When this card is operated, choose one of your opponent's rear guards, retire, choose one of your opponent's vanguards and gets -5 until the end of turn. So it does the grade 2 order's ability, not either or, but both at the same time. And then it continues, Counterblast 1, return a rear guard to your hand and call this card as power 23k critical 1 normal unit to an open rear guard as stand. If you call the card, put this unit into the order zone at the end of the turn. Ouch.
That's a lot of things going on there.
So not only when you operate this card, you get to pop one of your opponent's rear guards, as well as give your opponent's vanguard -5, basically giving yourself a half persona ride on your side of the board. But this also becomes a 23k critical 1 attacker that replaces one of your previous, because you can bounce a rested front row rear guard and just make an open slot and call this card to that open rear guard. Not to mention,
also,
go for it.
Fun fact is, if you pair this with the grade 3, it becomes a full persona ride technically, because you're minusing 5 your opponent's vanguard and +5 in your vanguard.
I mean, don't get me wrong. You're only going to be able to do this on the persona ride. That's the one downside about this card. The only way to get it into the order zone is by persona riding Blitz, and
sacrificing the grade 2 order.
Yeah, which you can still play the grade 2 order if you have multiple copies.
Exactly. So technically, you can have multiple of these in your order zone.
I do need to check one important thing, because I can't remember to save my life. But I don't think, just like with Lorenero, I don't think the Rideline's abilities to put the
is not playing the order; it is putting the order.
Correct. Search your deck
so you
for
can still
hand,
play an additional order.
Put it into so you put in exactly. So you can play multiple of these if you run multiple. And
it's
then
the same thing with Regis Orifice, because it puts an order into the order zone.
So as long as we see something to, operate these cards on rearguard and not just the Vanguard or the rideline, this is going to get super fast.
I will say, do be careful. I don't think it's going to ever pop up with this because the good thing about this order is it doesn't choose front row like the grade 2. It chooses any rear guard. So you can pop back rows too. But do be careful against this with a Bodus. It is a rear guard when it happens. So if there is a Bodus and they guard, it will kill the order.
Oh yeah, and it won't go back to the order zone.
Yeah, it won't go back to the order zone. So
actually, hold up. If you called a card, put this unit. Okay, so it won't. It won't.
Yeah, it turns it into a unit.
And then when it dies, it goes away and it becomes a set order back in the drop zone.
So be careful. I mean, granted, you have retire in this card, so you can probably retire them. But don't leave a Bodus with this card.
Hey man, you never know. Maybe Brandt Gate's going to get something to operate their defense and they're going to have their own Bodus. Anyway, Blitz looks interesting. But we're going to move on to back to Lyrical. Ain't that right?
More fishing season.
Yeah. What do we got?
Positive Mind Elsa. Continuous rear guard during your turn. This unit gets power +2 for every 2 of your units. Includes this unit too. So at max, it gets a +6.
So it's a 13k. That's it.
Yeah. If you have a full board.
Why do we keep seeing more and more 13k units?
I mean, at least you don't have to worry about them. I mean, granted, if you're top decking this, it's kind of useless. You have to have a full board. I don't know. It's a weird card. It's a weird rear.
It is. It very much is. Anyway, moving on. What more, Alex?
Magic Arrow Ballad. Minmai. Auto rearguard. When this unit attacks, choose one of your units in another column, and you may have it get power +5 until the end of turn. If you do, at the end of the battle, put that unit at the bottom of your deck. It's an 11k grade 3, so this works really well with the what's her name bunny girl that puts things at the bottom draw.
And not to mention, it puts something else on the bottom of the deck as well. No, put this
exactly.
Unit. No way.
Puts the unit you chose to the bottom of the deck. So basically, you can choose a back row and put them to the bottom of the deck if you wanted to do that.
Wait. This unit attack, choose one of your units in another column. You may have a 5k until if you do at the end of battle, put this unit on the bottom. So it puts itself on the bottom of the deck.
Puts itself. Okay.
It's basically like the ghost one, but it doesn't have to be boosted.
On the bright note, though, is this a ghost, by the way?
No, this is a drag. Good sir. Good sir.
Anyways, but it does trigger the grade when we talked about earlier where you need to send cards to the bottom. It does put more cards to the bottom of your deck, so it gives more +5s.
Yeah, but it's still under the same attacker, and you already counted those attackers, so nothing really happens. The only thing you can give through this ability, that unit 5k, so sure, but that's... you can do the same thing with the ghost. Like the ghost effect we already talked about, the ghost grade 2, when it's boosted, you can activate her ability, put her to soul, give something 5k, and then you can still draw off of the card, but you're not going to get the bottom effect. Yeah. So this is just good. This just replaces the ghost card in both Kairi and the bunny girl deck, honestly. Unless you need the soul charge in the Kairi deck, I don't know.
Sometimes soul charge matters.
Anyway, moving on. Oh, one more thing I want to point out about this card. I fucking love the art. That's beautiful. Anyway, we got some Tuesday stream V promo cards. And they're your old favorite original cards. They're now been retrained in V and in promos, and we might not get them. This may be shop promos, so we might get them, but still, it's like, why they gotta be promos? Anyway,
why you do this?
Pretty much.
Wow.
We got first for Dark Irregular, Covetus Succubus. She's back, and she's got an upgraded ability. Continuous Guardian Secret. This all has 6 or more cards. This unit gets shield 5k, making it a 10k interceptor or guarder. If your soul has 10 or more cards, 10k shield instead of 5. So it's a 15k shield overall in most Dark States decks, let's be honest. And then auto rearguard once per turn when this unit attacks. If your soul has 6 or more cards, put one of your auto rearguards into your soul, countercharge 1. Then if your soul has 10 or more cards, draw 2 cards, choose a card from your hand and put it into your soul. This card's just
It's really
good
good.
overall.
Really good dark irregular card.
Like, really, really good dark irregular card. Like, really, really good.
Like, I mean, the one thing that dark irregular players had a problem with is they had to use the 1 grade 1 to get their counter charges. This
Nope.
just does it. They don't
And
have to go through loopholes.
And it soul charges you 2 on top of that.
Yeah, selective soul charging too. That.
And pluses
So you
you
put
1 card in
your
hand.
Mm-hmm. Overall, it's just great.
I will say deck thinning is going to be a problem. Decking out.
Yeah, but that's nothing new to dark irregular.
You're right. Anyway, Alex, we got a new Megacolony card too. Now, Lon's going to be happy.
Calming Mutant Sweet Cocktail.
Charming, but sure.
Oh, charming, yes. Anyways, auto, when this unit is rode upon, choose one of your opponent's rear guards without any cradle markers, and it gets a cradle marker on it. Auto, and then the big stupid part of this card, auto, when this unit is put on Guardian Circle or attacks a grade 2 or greater Vanguard from rear guard cost. Soul Blast 1, choose one of your opponent chooses one other stand rear guard, and they may retire it. If they did not, you draw a card, and all of your front row units get power +5 until the end of turn.
That's stupid.
So it's not as good as I thought it was at first. I didn't say your opponent may choose.
I mean,
so
good
technically,
sir.
I thought it was a straight up denial griffin. I was like, oh, this is dumb as hell.
I mean, put this against something like Aqua Force. It's like, and stop.
Yeah, it's like, cool. Would you like to get rid of something, or would you like me to have a permanent 5k for the turn?
Yeah. Not to mention, think of it this way. In certain situations where, let's say, the last attack of your opponent's turn is a big-ass fucking unit that's not getting boosted and everything else on the board is rested, they either retire it or give you 5 extra K, which is the 5 extra K at that point. It doesn't matter, but sometimes, you know, it gives you that weird position of should I, shouldn't I, not.
Yeah.
Not to mention, you know, you draw a card.
But it's still really dumb because yeah, it replaces itself and gives you shield. It's like it's a win, in my opinion.
And does the same thing when it attacks, which is not bad.
And it has to be a stand rear guard, so it's not your opponent can't say, "Oh, well, I attacked with this, so you don't need it anymore." No, they have to get rid of something they were going to attack you with it, regardless.
Dude, this thing attacking is also amazing. Like 5k to the front, draw a card, like Jesus. All right, enough of V. We're going back into D land because this was also on the stream, and we've seen some more lyrical high rarity support for other ride lines not in.
Yeah, this is like
set
this
3.
is generic, so I feel like this can be used in multiple decks.
Yes, we got Mystica,
Mystica.
Peludic, Jennifer. She's a grade 1, double rare. Act rear guard once per turn if you have 4 or more units. Discard a card from your hand, choose a normal order from your drop, and it gets this card can be played from the drop, and when it would be put into your drop after being played, put it on the bottom of your deck instead until the end of turn. So it lets you just play your orders from your drop. It's basically like you're ditching a card to simulate like you're playing an order from your hand, but it's letting you do it from your drop.
Yes. So if you're playing Dragon Girls, you can keep reusing your order. If you're playing Wallista, this is really good because you don't go to the bottom of your deck; it'll go into your soul.
Correct. You do as much of the effect as possible. You play it.
So, and then you get to reuse it from your soul again afterwards. So it just keeps recycling the cards.
Because it also does say when it would be put into your drop after be playing, the Ballista ones just never go to drop, so you just bypass it.
Yeah.
But I think that's it, because other than that, like, you can technically run this inside a lower narrow. Like, you can ditch one of your orders and then play this and to play the order later, but I see no point. And
oh my god, this is actually like a 4 of in Wallista now I think about it. For the simple fact that you can actually drop your order count down because you have searchers. So once you have them in your soul, all you have to do is just keep using the skill.
It is a once per turn. But yes.
You soul blast them for your Vanguard, and then you use her skill to play them from your drop and they go back to soul. So you just keep recycling the same 2.
you're not wrong. Like it's a double rare for a reason. Just like this next one is a double rare for a fucking reason. And oh my god,
Yeah.
people are already breaking it inside of premium.
Approaching summer. I can't read. See that.
Altia.
Altia. Okay. I can't tell if it's an L or an I from my side.
Yeah.
Auto, when this unit is placed on rear guard by the ability of your grade 3 or greater Vanguard, this unit gets power +5 until the end of turn. And then auto rear guard. When your other rear guard is returned to your hand by your Vanguard's ability, choose one of your Vanguards and it gets power +5 until the end of turn. It's not once per turn.
It's not once per turn, and it stacks for every instance.
You have 2 of these on the board, right? You bounce your back row.
That's 30k to the Vanguard right there.
Yep.
Let's be real here. There's only one deck that was going to play this, and it's called Coyote, and it's going to get stupid, and it's going to get fast.
And the funny fact is, it gives itself +5, and then Kyrie gives it another +5 if you're on the grade 4.
Mm-hmm. Not to mention,
So you're already getting +10.
Not to mention, Vanguard's going to be very, very, very big number now.
Very, very big number.
Then you think we end there with Kyrie support, huh? You think wrong. We got a triple rare Cooling Heart Yukia. Yuika.
Yeah. Auto rear guard once per turn. When your other unit in the same column as this unit is placed, if your opponent's Vanguard is grade 3 or greater, it gets power +5, so it becomes 13k. Auto rear guard. At the end of the battle, this unit becomes boosted. At the end of the battle, this unit boosted a rear guard. English.
Yes.
Cost Soul Blast 1. Choose the boosted rear guard and return it to your hand.
This is good in anything but Kyrie. Again, look at my whole board just come back to my hand. And let's go again.
Here's a good way to put this.
Yes.
If this tells you anything, the Kyries are all bought out on TCG Player with only one left for $37 a piece. So to play Kyrie, you have to spend close to $40 a piece on Kyries.
$40 a piece?
A piece.
This is why I stay away from the big lyrical decks, and I'll be happy with my angels and powerful.
Yeah, so that should tell you everything right there about how much these cards boosted that deck. Everybody went and bought them.
I mean,
because the Vanguard was the weak. Because the Vanguard was the safest attack to hit in that deck. Because it's like, okay, cool, they're going to get really dumb numbers on the rear guards. At least the Vanguard's probably just going to be 13. Not anymore.
Not to mention, now you basically can bounce most of your good stuff back to your hand and just keep it for defense, keep it to call it. Like, this is getting out of hand. Anyway, we're just going to put Lyrical behind us a bit and look to the future.
But no pun intended.
No, that was intentional. That was fully intentional. The second I said put it behind us, I was like, oh, I got to use this opportunity. Last week we talked about Chronojet coming back, and we did say that this week we're gonna see his effect, and you probably already seen Eric completely lose his mind. And if it didn't, again, I'm gonna do the man a favor, put an info card. He's gonna explain everything more in detail over there if you want to go watch it. But for right now, we got to look at Chronojet Dragon, and as you can see from the art, he hasn't changed much.
It literally hasn't changed at all.
Auto Vanguard, Generation Break 2. When this unit attacks a Vanguard until the end of battle, this unit gets power 5k, and your opponent cannot call grade 1 or greater units from hand to Guardian Circle. Auto Vanguard, during your turn, when your G unit stride, cost counterblast 1, choose one of your opponent's rear guards, and put it on the bottom of their deck.
This is a 3k, no persona ride, 11k base encounter card that is Gear Chronicle for Dark States.
So this is literally, other than the art, the power, the grade, the twin drive.
It's a carbon copy of the original G.
The OG Chronojet.
To the point to where Bushiroad even came out and said that you are allowed to use the G version in your Overdress decks because it is pretty much the exact same card.
Oh, yeah. So, you want to see buyouts? Go check out those buyouts.
Go check out those buyouts. If you have hot stamped ones from the trial deck back in the day, congratulations, you're rich.
Pretty much, you got bank. Anyway, basically what this has confirmed is the fact that yes, the G Zone is back. Yes, it is legal and standard, but there's a couple of extra nuances here that they mentioned on the stream that we don't get immediately just from looking at the card. The fact is that the G Zone is back. It's going to be an 8-card G Zone or a 9-card G Zone. I don't remember what they said, but basically only Chronojet will have access to it. No other Darkseid's deck will be able to stride. Only Chronojet will be able to stride. It's going to be his and his only mechanic. So don't go looking at getting strides and just striding over your Bruce or your Drajul or your Greedon or whatever. It's only Chronojet thing, and I'm okay with that.
I'm very okay with that.
So they're basically just bringing back strides, and what better way to bring back strides than say that next week we're going to see Next Stage and his effect. Yep. That boy, it's back too.
Jesus Christ.
So that's going to be interesting. More than likely, Next Stage is going to do Next Stage things and rewrite Chronojet so Chronojet can use his GB2 ability. But, Alex, do you think, predictions, are we going to see GB1 and GB2 abilities inside of the Chronojet deck?
Oh, 100%. 100%. The whole point of this deck is to be GB. It is literally just the hit the nostalgia run at 1,000%. I do think it's gonna be interesting though, because I am gonna steal a little bit from Eric on this. I'm not gonna talk too much, but I do want to bring this up. The fun fact about this deck is you do have the ride line, so you don't have to clog yourself with grade 3 searchers and stuff like that to find your stuff. So you get to run more of the cards you want to run. Plus, him being an 11K, the ride line could fix that, and that might be interesting for premium, depending on what the cards do.
Don't. He didn't more enough talking about that. Go watch his video.
Like I said, go watch his video. That's all I'm going to put. That's all I'm going to talk about. That's all I
do want to mention one very, 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 very interesting thing, and that is, how will you stride? That
is another fun fact. We'll see Tuesday.
Yeah, I know, right? Because it's going to be very interesting to see, because if that's the case, Chronojet's going to be just Bastion 2.0.
Right? Oh, grade 3s? Cool. That's awesome.
Anyway.
Also, the fun fact that you can use all the Dark State support in this deck, too.
Pretty much. A couple of things to note. Usually we'd put this in the news section, but it's Chronojet, so we're going to just put it here. The actual D version of this deck is rumored to be around $50. It's basically going to be like your Legend decks, so that makes sense. But there's also going to be a Stride Deck Chronojet premium version, as you can see from the pictures I'm going to be showing up, that is apparently, from what I've been told, going to be $200. This premium whole set will contain a lot of good goodies to make that price worth it. From the 50-card construction deck and the +9 cards that are the strides, the 9th card we're assuming is going to be something of a marker to indicate your stride zone, since we don't have a G zone. Yes, G zone. Thank you. But in this premium box, you're also going to be include a huge storage box, a rubber playmat. The honestly design of this looks fucking cool. 5 top loaders, a deck box, the plastic ones, 15 acrylic fighters coins, sticker sheets, and a display stand.
Fuck.
What?
I just realized the 5 top loaders. Why the 5? Swear to God, if there's a card that puts it creates a G zone in your ride line.
They're probably going to be ride line plus the stride, good sir. Next Stage is a thing.
I know. It's probably for the whole marker for your G zone thing.
That too. Anyway, and the last bit of news around Chronojet. Yes, we will be getting it in English. Thank fucking God. The day will be coming soon.
I swear, like, this is going to be Legend decks all over again. I'm going to just see nothing but Jet everywhere in tournaments.
Dude, can you imagine if Jet was a Japanese exclusive? Can you imagine how much Eric would be pissed?
Dude, I just want you to know that, just think about this, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just think of the power of Chronojet, or just striding in general, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now imagine that in D. Why wouldn't people not run that?
Oh, well.
It's going to be so dumb.
Like I said, next week we're going to see next stage's full ability, and we're going to get a better idea what the shit is going on when that happens.
Yes.
But until then, we got to move on because we're going to definitely go for an hour for this episode. Alex, cover some Booster Set 7 Stoicheia cards.
I got it. I got pronounce that dragon. That. Continuous rearguard. If you have a Vanguard with Leonore in its card name, all of your other rearguards in the same column as this unit gain boost.
So it's the
this
grade
is
2.
Pretty much the grade 2 Rhino, but at a grade 3.
So a little bit more power with the same effect.
That has to be Leonore.
I mean, until we get something that's worth putting back there.
It's sad though that it has to be in the front row. You can't give it self boost, but yeah.
No. Anyway, moving on. We got some more lyrical. This time we're actually seeing some high rarities. Endless Summer Tatum. She's a grade 1 double rare. Act rearguard once per turn. If your damage zone has a face-up order card, Soul Blast 1, put a unit card from your hand into your damage zone face-up. Choose a face-up card from your damage zone and put it into your hand. So it doesn't have to be the order card that you put into your hand, by the way.
Fun fact: we had
no. Choose a face-up order card from your damage zone and put it in your hand. Never mind. Ignore what I said.
Anyways, fun fact of. We had the Angel Feather themed Celestial deck.
Yeah.
Now we have the Angel Feather themed, actual effect themed deck.
But you know what this effect is for which deck, right?
No.
This is meant for magazine because you only have 4 magazines. If you see it, you want to get it. This is very much can be played in Dragon Girls and earns correct.
Or
technically could play it in Ballista, but you got probably more than enough of them. So it's versatile in a lot of them, but very much meant for magazine.
Yeah. You're probably not going to run this in Ballista. You have...
Oh shit, I just realized that other card we read technically can be run in magazine as well. Play the magazine and put it on the bottom.
Yeah.
Anyway, the other card, Matured Fortune Lorena.
Fortune
fucking beautiful
Lorena.
art. Grade 1, common, 7 tough.
Continuous rearguard Guardian Circle. If you have a magazine card, this unit gets power +2. Or sorry, if your drop zone has a magazine card, it gets power +2, shield +5. So it becomes a 9k grade 1 with 10k shield. Pretty straightforward.
I mean, it's not bad, but got better cards.
Yeah.
Anyway, moving on. We got a whole ass giant ride line to look at.
Yep.
But
I guess I'll start off. Extra large newcomer Lifa. Auto when this card is rode upon. If you win second draw card. Straightforward.
Yeah, there's no joking about extra large. This is a technical giant ride line. The race of her is giant, and if you look at the art, there's a little person sitting on the shoulder.
Or in the next artwork we're going to get here in a minute, you'll see it even more.
You mean oversized room, Lilfa?
Yeah.
Auto, when this unit is rode upon by a grade 2 or Lilfa in its card name, choose up to 1 grade 2 or greater card from your hand, call it to your back row rear guard, and it gets boost until the end of turn. If you call the card, draw a card.
So you just get a free big booster. 10k or more.
Yes, when they promoted this card, they did say that she came from Keter, so you're going to see a lot of cards are centered around grade 2 and grade 3s especially.
Yep. This is what I meant. Look at, she's holding regular sized people like dolls.
Oh yeah.
Favorite time Leaflet. Auto, when this unit is rode upon by a grade 3 with Leaf in his card name, choose one of your grade 2 or greater rear guards, and you may return it to your hand.
So it basically bounces the grade 1.
Exactly.
From the grade 1.
Or it bounces the call the guard, yeah.
Yeah. Not bad. Time to see what the main mechanic is. Highest Dreamer Lilfa. Act Vanguard. Once per turn, cost Soul Blast 1, and all of your grade 2 or greater rear guards get boost until the end of turn. Auto, at the end of the battle that this unit attacked, if your back row has 3 or more grade 2 or greater rear guards, costs Counterblast 1. Choose one of your front row, back row. Choose one of each of your front row and back row rear guards and return them to your hand. If you return 2 units, choose up to 1 grade 3 card from your hand and call it to an open rear guard.
Yep.
So
it's multi-attack bouncing with giant boosts.
So basically, you can bounce one of your front rows and the thing behind the Vanguard to call something to the open front row and boost it to get the maximum power and effect.
Yep. Or use it with some other cards we're going to talk about here in a bit. Because it's not the same column, right?
Hold up.
Front row and back row rear guards here.
Hold up. I know we were talking about High-rarity cards, but were those triple rare and double rare meant for this?
Maybe.
I mean, bouncing, calling, it would gain 5k. Those things would gain 5k.
Yeah. I mean, they're generic enough that they can be used for anything. That's the beauty of Lyrical. It's just literally slap things together. Make a deck.
Oh, yeah. But what we were talking about, this nifty grade 2 double rare?
Oh, yes. Favorite one, Lyrical. Auto rear guard. When your other rear guard is returned to your hand by your grade 3 or greater Vanguard's ability. Cost. Counterblast 1 and put this unit into your soul. Draw a card. Choose a grade 3 card from your hand and call it to an open rear guard.
I mean, not bad.
Yeah. You basically just get 5 attacks, technically, if you play your deck right.
Put this into so draw card, choose a card up to 1 card, call it an open rear guard. When your other rear guard is returned to your hand by your grade 3 or greater Vanguard. So yeah, if this is in the front row, you put this in the soul, draw a card, and call a card. So with this, you can get 5 attacks.
Yes. Because what you can do is you can just play any rear guard that disappears, like goes into your soul or goes to the bottom of your deck. Boost it with a grade 3. Or grade 2 or grade 3. Or it is a grade 3, yeah. Boost it with a grade 3 in the back row. Attack with just the regular grade 3. Don't boost it. Use this card skill to, after you use the Vanguard skill, to bounce the thing you boosted with in the grade 3 attacked. Bounce those to your hand, use this skill, put it into your soul, call 2 more, get 5 attacks.
So it's a good card. You get 5 attacks. I am a little bit scared because it's like, what cards are you specifically going to be putting in here? Because the fact of the matter stands that this calls a grade 3. The Vanguard doesn't call a grade... Does the Vanguard call a grade 3 specifically again? I don't remember.
I think it's a grade 3.
Choose a grade 3 card. Yeah, so the Vanguard also calls a grade 3. Like, calling these grade 3s is great and all, but you can only boost a couple of times. So, you know...
Pick and choose.
Yeah, because this grade 2 is only a 10k. So you're going to have to boost it to gain any good powers. And then whatever you call on top of her circle through her ability, it's got to be good enough to hit on its own.
Granted, if you're on a Persona turn, though, everything's going to get the Persona, but still. Defensive triggers.
Exactly. Got to be on a Persona turn. Yeah. Anyway, last card we're going to look at for the Giant Girl deck is Passionate Devote Strayed. She is a grade 3 triple rare. That's probably going to be the unit you're mostly going to be calling if you don't put in some other tech options. But she's got the ability, auto when this unit is placed on rear guard from hand. If you have a grade 3 or greater Vanguard Lilfa in its card name, this unit gets power 5k until the end of turn, making it an 18k attacker. So there's your power problem, a little bit. 18k is not that much. And if it was placed during your main phase, Soul Blast 2 and draw a card. So it's got potential. Not bad.
Not bad.
I mean, I like the fact that it's main phase, so you put in the front row, you put behind the Vanguard, you know, Soul Blast 2, draw a card. I will say, though, from what I'm seeing, Soul is going to be a problem for this deck.
Like I said earlier, you're going to be using that grade 2 ghost. It makes itself disappear, goes to your soul, and empties a slot so you can get multi-attack and soul.
You're not wrong. Potential. There is potential. Anyway, moving on from that, we got... I forgot about this one. We got an interesting promo for Lyrical. And yes, I did say promo that just said, hey, let's make a whole new deck around just me, please.
Pretty much.
We got Relation Weaver Patricia. Oh boy. Auto Vanguard. At the end of the battle, the this unit attacked a Vanguard. Counter+1 reveal the top 7 cards of your deck. And if all of the reveal cards, other than Relation Waiver Patricia, have different card names, choose up to 1 card from among them, revealed cards, call to rearguard, and it gets 10k until the end of turn. If you choose a Relation Waiver Patricia, write it as stand instead of calling it to rearguard, and it gets drive -1 until the end of turn. Shuffle your deck. The riding also gets 10k power. The card ridden also gets 10k power.
And it's Persona Ride, so you can get even more power.
Not to mention, I don't think the Persona Ride.
It won't. You don't Persona Ride because it's only when you normal ride.
Yeah.
But if you did Persona Ride, the next card you bring is just kind of like Youth Birth.
Correct.
You also get.
You don't get multiple instances of Persona Ride. Not that I know of. If anybody else knows, I'm pretty sure. I'm gonna look at the rules later, but I'm pretty sure. The fun fact about this card though is, if you're super fucking lucky, you can do this 4 times in a row. It's not stopping you. You need 4 CB, sure, but it's not stopping you from looking top 7 and seeing another one and doing it again with the other card.
You know what's funny is you have that you have ways to countercharge in battle phase now. So technically, if the planets align, you can do it with like 2 CB.
Is there a way to put cards back in the deck?
Yes, actually, the generic. Ooh, I don't know about that. Maybe
because I don't know if your Valista card has to have a specific Vanguard to do shit.
No, it mostly doesn't.
Well, I don't know Lyrical that much, but if there's any card that puts stuff back to the deck, you can put this back and just shuffle it because this will shuffle and oh boy.
But I love how they're like, hey, we know you premium players like running Highlander. Here, we're going to give you a lyrical card that just specifically Highlander.
Anyway, we're going to end the leaks with an interesting Boosters of 7 reveal of Demonic Stone Dragon Melbara. It's a grade 2 rare for Jejul. Auto when this unit is placed on rearguard, Counter+1, choose a card from your drop, put into your soul. Then if your soul has 4 more cards with different grades, this unit gets power 10k, making it a 20k attacker against a potential 1k Vanguard. Not a bad card. I don't like the fact that it's a CB. Honestly, might not run it because there's a card that does the same thing a little bit differently. It's a Soul Blast to fix. It doesn't add, and it doesn't gain power too much, but I like my CB for other things, good sir. Thoughts?
I mean, it's an option. It is it's rare, but you're probably going to be using a lot more other stuff than this.
Pretty much. I'm gonna just save my CB for Boda so I can just pop things on the board.
Or your restander, depending if it costs a CB.
Exactly. Anyway, moving on. That's been it for the cards. Oh my god, I hope this doesn't go for an hour.
It's already been going an hour.
I know, right?
I gotta look.
Technical difficulties. So anyway, those have been the leaks. Next Tuesday stream, I almost forgot, we're gonna be seeing a couple of other goodies. So Tuesday stream is gonna be revealing more cards for the Blitz ride line in set 7. So we're gonna do him as gameplay after that, because if we're gonna get more goodies, why not? We're also going to be seeing the ride line Fondant Solace Medial Booster Set 3. I'm pretty sure this is the Brandt Gate inspired ride line, I want to say.
No, it's the same thing as Lilifa, whatever. It's a Brandt Gate unit that switched to Lyrical.
Yeah. And then,
so it's going to have very Brandt themes.
And of course, the Tuesday stream is going to be revealing more product information for the Chronojet deck thing. More likely, we're going to see next stage and what he does.
I do have one gripe with.
You're half wrong. Thursday stream is going to be Michu. That's the girl from Brandt Gate, which means the Tuesday stream is going to be revealing.
The other ride line?
The Panda Girl. I'm pretty sure. I think.
But I am a little mad at Bushiroad.
Why?
These crossover from the nations would have been beautiful for dual nations. Lyrical Keter, Lyrical Brandt.
Yeah.
It would have been so on flavor for a Gene dual nation.
Yeah, opportunities missed. Anyway, if you're interested in purchasing any of the cards we just mentioned, go check out Triple C TCG.
They got great deals on singles, cleanse splits, and even cases. So go check out the website.
Link will be in the description. All right, let's try to wrap up this hour-long episode with some extra news. I want to say there's not much to talk about, but there's some. Not long ago, Bushiroad actually made an announcement that the official judge program is back and running. It's been running for a bit, so if you already have done it or have not done it yet, you can have still a chance. I'm pretty sure this will be going till August 29th. So as of recording this, there's 9 days left. As of dropping this, more than likely just a week left.
Yes.
If I feel...
But hey, if you want to become official judge and you want to go to events and judge, this is your way to become that. Or if you want to just be like at your locals, be like, yeah, I'm a licensed judge. I can give a ruling for this.
Pretty much. Honestly, if I feel better, I might actually try to throw my hat in the ring.
Just open up your comprehensive rulebook cheat sheet.
Dude, don't even get me started on that. Anyway, moving on. There's a couple more news. I think we already mentioned this, but Bushiroad Championship Series is live in the sense of we have dates, we have locations, we have a lot of stuff, and they're jumping the gun. I'm gonna throw this all on screen at the same time. We're just gonna go quickly one by one. For North America, we got Houston, Texas in August 27th, and then right away after that, we got Georgia, September. Same September, it's in Illinois on the 17th. And then October 1st, we got Toronto. November 5th, we got British Columbia and Canada as well. And then 17th of December, your favorite Anaheim, California. For Europe, we have September 17th, Germany. September 24th, Spain. October 22nd, Leeds in the UK. November 5th, Italy, and November 12th, Belgium, and France is still to be decided, but more than likely it's going to be sometime in December, we hope. And last but not least, for Asia, Oceania, September 3rd in Taiwan, and October 29th in the Philippines. It's going to be here faster than you think, because literally, as of recording this, Texas is a week away.
Yeah, I was wanting to do Georgia, but because of how short the announcement was, sadly, I don't think it's going to happen. Anaheim might be on there. It just really depends on the prices, honestly, for us.
Yeah, for you guys. I have no clue. Yeah. I'm currently planning for Europe because where I'm currently at. If my situation changes that I actually get to go back to the States, then we'll figure that shit out. But for right now, for Europe, you can definitely expect to see me in Italy, and you can definitely expect to see me in Belgium. And I'm pretty sure we've finalized I will be in Germany, so I'll see you over there, mein Freund. Just Leeds is a little bit too far away from what I've talked to Echo. It's not a good location, but hey, it's better than nothing. I was honestly hoping to go to London again, or attempt to go again. But we'll see. Overall, excited for BCS. I'm hoping you guys go, but I'm definitely going to minimum 3.
Nice.
Anyway.
All the chances to get this medals.
Speaking of... fucking, you're right. Anyway, speaking of Bushiroad Championship Series, going to these physical events and topping into top 8 will give you some extra goodie prizes. And these are these 4 playmats. This lovely trick sunrise egg for standard. The nice doggo for V premium. And of course your boy Chronojet for premium. And Y Swords is getting the quintuplets, which I want to say is on point. I don't play Y Swords enough to know. I know Connor for a fact is going to try to get that sunrise egg.
If he can participate.
Oh, I say for a fact, one way, shape, or form.
No, money has no boundaries.
I mean, sheesh. And the last thing I want to cover, that's not much news, but why not? We've seen actually the art for the Lyrical LSRs, and it's gonna be beach themed again. So you can see from this art, we got the 6 new ride lines in their LSR versions. I'll be completely honest, I thought the mill top was the giant ride line when they announced it. Apparently it's the top right. So I have no clue what this top right, top mill is basically gonna be the Tuesday stream, and the bottom right is gonna be the Thursday stream Brandt Gate Girl robot ride line. Yes, she is a robot.
I thought the bottom left was going to be Tuesdays because it's the panda.
Or bottom left is going to be the Tuesdays. I'm not sure. They just revealed the name, but not the art. So it could be either or because I don't know the names.
Fair enough.
Other than that, that's been pretty much it. There's not much left to talk about. We already went for an hour. I'm pretty sure there's not much left to talk about. So, unless you got anything you want to share.
No, I think that pretty much sums up everything.
Now, there we go. We're going to end this nice episode here. Thank you, everybody, so much for watching episode 142 of V-Time. If you like the video, please leave a like. Share it with your friends. Comment down below what BCS you're going to go to, or if you love Chronojet as much as Eric does. Other than that, if you like what we do here, subscribe to the channel, ring that bell to get notified. Maybe even follow us on Twitter, join us on Discord, watch us on Twitch, or like us at Facebook. With that, I've been Philip.
This is Alex.
Hopefully I'm not sick next time, and we'll see you in the next one.
Bye.
That's scientifically impossible! Nobody can love Chronojet more than I can. You know that, Philip. God damn it, who's fucking with the timeline fluctuation this time? Philip, it's good to see you being you again. And, Alex, I'm sorry, but I have to go. I need to goddamn fix this.